You doing play-by-play first?
So, top of the second here, I'm with Carly Hostetter. The score is 0-0 at Bearcat Field. Right now, Bearcats just got one out. Pitt State has 2 hits so far during the game, while the Bearcats have 1.
That first out was Lauren McKinney. First pitch, she went for it. Didn't work out.
Blackford pitches right down the middle for that rise, and it is 0-1.
Now to bat is Alicia Lowry. She's batting .266 this season.
Blackford goes for that changeup. It is fouled off by Lowry for an 0-2 count. Blackford steps back in the circle, goes for pitch 3. Lowry hits it to second baseman, and Bearcats get it to first for the second out of the top of the second inning.
Right fielder number 14, Shelby Miller.
Blackford pitches, misses just under the strike zone for ball 1. Second pitch of the third batter is fouled off. 1-1 is the count.
Shelby Miller up to bat here. She's batting .252, which is pretty much average for the Gorillas this season.
Blackford's pitch goes outside a little bit, but it's still called a strike. 1-2. Shelby is able to hit that down the third baseline, lands in the grass, and she gets on first. Runner on first for Pitt State with 2 outs.
Shortstop number 4, Brittany Nepper.
Next up, here's the shortstop for the Gorillas, Brittany Nepper.
What is Nepper batting so far this season?
.235.
That's average again.
Yeah.
Blackford's pitch goes a little inside and outside the strike zone for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Runner on first for Pitt State as Blackford looks for pitch 2. It is bunted down the third baseline. An error on the infield by the Bearcats, and runners advance for Pitt State. Runners at first and third with 2 outs at the top of the second.
First baseman, Abigail Gilson, she didn't seem to realize what was
Going on.
going on. Yeah, she didn't make it back to first for the throw.
Catcher number 7, Kayla Hall.
Blackford steps into the circle. Pitch 1 is fouled off for an 0-1 count. Runners still at first and third with 2 outs. Blackford's pitch goes for a rise ball for a strike, and they have a runner caught up. And she is out for the third. Error on Pitt State. End of the top of the second. Score is still 0-0. Pitt State has 3 hits. Bearcats have 1 error and 1 hit.
Score's still 0-0.
So far, Bearcats pitching has looked very well done. Really, Pitt State has gotten to third, and that was from an error by the infield. Pitching and catching looks strong for Northwest. Batting probably needs to step up here in the bottom of the second. Pitt State, though, is getting their hits off. As we go into the bottom of the second, up for Northwest is Carly Allen. What is Carly Allen batting this season?
She's batting 333, and we talked about how like the mid 200s was average for Pitt State. This mid 300s is average for
Average.
Bearcats. So
Bearcats must be doing very well this season hitting.
yeah,
Leading off for the Bearcats in the bottom of the second. Designated player number 34, Carly Allen.
Allen steps into the box. Pitch comes from Pitt State. She wanted that pitch so bad, but she took the strike for an 0-1 count. Second pitch. Good eye on the ball by Carly as she takes a ball for a 1-1 count. Pitt State pitches that one as a drop curve that lands just outside the strike zone for a 2-1 count. Pitch 4. Carly pops it up to right field and backs to the wall, and that is a home run for Carly Allen.
this is just her second home run this season.
On the season.
Score is 1-0 in the bottom of the second. That makes 2 hits now for the Bearcats in this game. Up next is Jessica Raleigh,
Number 16,
the catcher for the Bearcats. Pitt State pitches it right down the middle as Raleigh watches it for a strike. The count is 0-1. Pitch number 2 for Raleigh is a changeup that is high, going into the top of the strike zone for a ball. 1-1. Raleigh slaps that ball just over shortstop and gets on first. Runner at first for Northwest with 0 outs.
Right fielder number 5, Sydney Rushier.
Sydney is up for the Bearcats now, number 5. She is their utility hitter.
Brashear is batting 208 here, so a little lower than the rest of her teammates, but she has only 10 hits this season.
Sydney swings at a changeup and pops it up. Second baseman catches it for the first out for Pitt State. Score is still 1-0. Bottom of the second. Kiana Batterdine steps into the box for Northwest. Pitt State pitches it a little high and outside the strike zone for 1 ball. 1 ball, 0 strikes for Batterdine. Has a good eye on the ball and watches that drop curve just outside the strike zone for 2 balls.
Kiana is on the upper end of the team with hits. She has 35 this season. And the most is 39, so she's doing pretty well.
That's very well. In their last home game when they played Mo West, she hit the double to give Northwest the 1 run to win against Missouri Western 1-0.
Wow.
Pitt State pitches the 4th pitch for Batterdine, and it is a ball Batterdine has a count of 3-1 with 1 out. Pitt State pitches it. Batterdine fouls that one off. Full count. Batterdine fouls off pitch number 5. Still a full count with 1 out. Pitch number 6 from Pitt State. Batterdine line drives it down third base. Rounds first, stays at first, but is safe. 1 out as Becca Maher steps up to bat for Northwest.
Shortstop, number 33, Becca Maher.
Runners at first and second with 1 out for Northwest. Bottom of the second.
Score is 1-0 with that home run, but
Maher watches that ball drop just outside the strike zone for 1 ball. 1-0. Pitt State throws the rise that just misses the strike zone for 2 balls. Maher steps back into the box for pitch 3. She lines that one out to center field, gives 2 RBIs, and she's safe. Maher slides into third. Northwest takes the lead 3-0 as Becca brings in 2 runs. Runner at third. Scores 3-0 with 1 out. Definitely looks like Northwest is starting to gain momentum in this game as Pitt State takes a break to talk to their pitcher.
yeah, they're doing really well at making contact right now. Even if it's just fouling it off, getting that extra pitch from the pitcher is helping them out.
Exactly. As I talked to Coach Anderson earlier, he always says that the higher the pitch count goes for a pitcher, the more stress they get. It starts to get into their head.
Right.
And contacts being made by Northwest as Pitt State's pitcher, her count is going higher than Blackford's for Northwest.
Yeah, definitely.
Pitch 1 for Jadra Moses, and she fouls that one off for a strike. 0-1's the count with 1 out. 3-0 Northwest. Pitch 2 for Moses. On the ground to the shortstop. Shortstop gets it to first for the 2nd out. Weiss
Number 15, Kaylin Wise.
steps up for Northwest with 2 outs.
Pitt State had the right idea there. The runner on third thought about going, but the throw to home, they held her there.
Weiss lines it out past the second base, gets on base and brings in a run. She has another RBI for this season, making the score 4-0.
Third baseman, number 25, Erin Keating.
2 outs right now. Aaron steps up into the box for Northwest. Pitt State throws the nice rise ball, but just misses outside on the top for ball 1. Ball 2. Pitch number 3 coming in for Aaron. Aaron hits it, and it drops in right field. She stays at first. She advances the runner, Weiss, to third. Runners in scoring position for Northwest with 2 outs. The score is 4-0. Northwest is really blowing up this inning. They have 7 hits.
Yeah, they're really showing their dominance over the Gorillas.
Yeah, after that error in the top of the second, they really just have been making good contact.
Yeah.
Gilson is in the box now for Northwest. First pitch comes in. She wanted it, but that drop ball went right outside for ball 1. She held back on her swing. Two outs right now. The count is 1-0. Gilson awaiting her second pitch. It's delivered. Gilson fouls that one off. Count is 1-1. Pitch number 3 comes in. Started out looking a little high, but was able to drop that changeup in there for the second strike. The count is 1-2 with 2 outs. Gilson looks for her 4th pitch. Pitch goes outside. Count is 2-2. Gilson is awaiting her 4th pitch. And now she has a full count. Full count with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Also a runner at first. 6th pitch comes in. She fouls it off. Full count still with 2 outs. Her 7th pitch for Gilson comes in, and Gilson line drives that one straight to shortstop, and she catches it for the 3rd out. Northwest is up 4-0.
That one was hard hit. She got into the pitcher's head, I think, a little bit because, again, just making contact is...
Exactly. I mean, 7-8 pitches for
Yeah.
one batter is a lot.
Yeah.
Going into the top of the 3rd, we have Pitt State with 3 hits, 0 errors. Northwest has 7 hits with 1 error. You know, Blackford is looking very good pitching this game so far.
Yeah.
As I was talking to Coach Anderson for Northwest, he always says Blackford is more of she's a very talented pitcher. It's not the speed that gets her, it's the spin of the ball. He always says, he tells her, pitcher spin the ball, let the ball do the work, and that's what's happening right now
Yeah.
for Blackford in this game.
Well, and her ERA is just over 2.
Wow.
So she's doing pretty well this season.
Yeah. The batter for Pitt State is Jess. Correction, Kayla is up to bat for Pitt State. Blackford, pitch 1 is just outside the zone for ball 1.
Kayla Holder, her on-base percentage is .517. So,
Very dominant hitter.
yeah.
kind of makes sense why Blackford right now is pitching to the outside. 2 balls right now. 3. She's going to have to give her this pitch right down the zone to get that strike, and we'll see if Kayla is able to make contact with it. Ball 4. Kayla gets on base. Runner on first for Pitt State.
My fielder, number 18, Kristen Mahuzi.
Batter 2 hits Blackford's first pitch out to right field, and the right fielder is able to throw that to second base to get the lead runner for Pitt State out.
That was Kristen Van Hoosen up for the Gorillas who just got that hit.
It was a very nice hit.
Yeah. Lots of power behind it.
Very. Blackford pitches. It is hit down the third base line and thrown to second, and the second lead runner for Pitt State is out with 2 outs. You know, even when Blackford is not getting her strikes and the other team is making contact, the infield is very good with backing up Blackford.
Yeah.
Third batter is up for Pitt State as Blackford throws a strike.
This is Katie Kukowski up for Pitt State.
Blackford pitches her second pitch to Katie, and just outside the strike zone for a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Blackford pitches her second pitch as Katie fouls it off. Her third pitch, third pitch as Katie fouls it off for a 1-2 count with 2 outs. The third pitch is a changeup, and it is hit past second base to get 2 runners on first and second for Pitt State. Still 2 outs in the top of the third.
She just hit that perfectly through the gap between shortstop and second base there.
Couldn't have been a better hit. Blackford pitches her first pitch to number 6 for Pitt State, and it is outside the strike zone for 1 ball. The count is 1-1 with 2 outs.
This is Micah Hayward. She's batting .237. So,
Average.
just
Yeah.
along with the rest of her team.
Hayward watches that pitch go right outside the strike zone for a 2-1 count. Blackford delivers the second strikeout for the second strike for this batter, making the count 2-2 with 2 outs. Hayward looking for her 4th pitch. Blackford delivers, and Hayward sends it to the gap again for center field. And the center fielder throws it to Raleigh, and Raleigh makes the tag for the 3rd out at the top of the 3rd inning. Score is still 4-0 Northwest.
This is Dylan Goldsmith and Carly Hofstadter with Sports Broadcasting. Back to you guys in the studio. This is Carly and Dylan back here at Bearcat softball field. 4-0 going into the top of the 4th. Northwest is up. First batter, McKinney, takes a ball from Blackford.
McKinney's average this season for Pitt State is .223, which, looking over these stats for Pitt State, looks like they're all, like you said earlier, in the 200s.
Yeah, definitely not as high as Northwest. Third pitch is out to center field. Can't quite make the play. But they keep her at first base. That's a hit for McKinney.
Designated player number 13, Alicia Lowry.
Alicia Lowry up now for Pitt State. Swings at the first pitch. No contact. Strike one.
Looks so far that she has had 17 hits so far this season. Kind of in the middle for Pitt State as I'm looking over the numbers of the rest of the teammates and the hits they've had so far this season.
Swings again, but the ball was a little high, so she gets a foul tip. That one's a little low. Count is 2-2 now. Another ball outside for Taylor Blackford. Full count. Takes another swing, but hits it right into the ground. Still full count for Lowry.
She has had 3 home runs this season, which is very impressive.
Yeah. She hits it second baseman Caitlin Weiss. That's almost a double play. Weiss makes the play at second, but couldn't quite make it to first. There's a runner on first for Pitt State now with 1 out.
Right fielder number 14, Shelby Miller.
Shelby Miller up to bat now. Hits it out of play. Foul ball. Count is 0-1.
Miller has had 31 hits
Wow.
so far this season, which she is tied for second with 3 other people on her team for most hits.
Wow. Second pitch was right down the middle. Count is 0-2. Third one's a little outside for Blackford. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Another foul ball here. Keeps the count at 1-2. It's a pop-up to second baseman Caitlin Weiss. She makes the catch. 2 outs for Northwest.
Up to
Number 4, Brittany Nemper.
bat next is Brittany for Pitt State.
First pitch was high. 1 ball. There's another foul tip. Count is 1-1. Seems to be a lot of foul tips, foul balls. this game.
She has had 139 at-bats this season, which is the most for Pitt State.
Wow, she gets a lot of playing time.
Appeared in 41 games.
It's another foul ball. Counts 1 and 2 with 2 outs. Straight to the first baseman, but she doesn't have anyone there to make the play. Pitt State now has runners on first and second. With 2 outs, score is still 4-0. Kayla, the catcher, is up for Pitt State now. Almost swung there, but it was a little high. She took the ball.
Kayla has the best batting average for Pitt State with a .358, which is the highest.
She seems pretty patient. She's watched both pitches go by so far. 2 balls. It's another one. Counts 3-0 with 2 outs. That's a 4-pitch walk for Taylor Blackford. She loads the bases up. Coach Anderson's coming out to talk to her.
She did very well starting this game with spinning the ball, and it looks like this inning she just hasn't been spinning it as well. She's looking more into power, and as a pitcher, spinning the ball is very important during the game.
Yeah, and if you're focusing mostly on power, you're really just trying to get it in as fast as you can, but that means her accuracy is off now.
Exactly, and as a pitcher, you need to rely on your infielders. They are your backup and your defense. It's not, there's no I in team.
There is no I in team. You're right. All right, coming back. It's another ball for Blackford. That's 5 in a row, the last 2 hitters. It's another foul ball hit out of play.
The best batter for Pitt State is up right now, Will Blackford.
It's another ball. She really needs to get back on her game if they're going to keep the lead that they have.
I agree with that.
It's a pop-up to right field. That's out number 3. Pitt State had the bases loaded, but just couldn't follow through. Going into the bottom of the 4th now. Still 4-0 Northwest, but Pitt State now has 8 hits and Northwest just has 7. Northwest still has the 1 error from the bunt in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, that just, looking at the score, it really doesn't show, but that's a huge mistake. Like, if there were runners on base,
yeah,
that
could have been detrimental to Northwest.
Exactly, very costly.
Yeah.
Do you think that Northwest will have another inning like the bottom of the 2nd where they just make contact left and right?
I think if they if they're aggressive, they could. But we just have to see if they're going to have that in them or if they're going to want to be more patient this inning.
I agree with that. Patience is a huge part when you step into the box as a batter.
Yes.
I just think that as a batter, you would want to swing at everything that's pitched at you, but pitchers are very smart with how they place their pitches.
Yes.
Bearcats in the bottom of the fourth. Center fielder number 3, Kiana Batterdine.
We have Kiana Batterdine leading off here in the bottom of the fourth for Northwest.
She has the second highest batting average for Northwest
Wow.
at a 4.02.
Wow. That's pretty good. First pitch was fouled back. Second one is low. Count is 1-1 now. There's another foul ball. 1-2 for Kiana. Fourth pitch. That was pretty high, but she still swung at it to strike out for out number 1. Up next is Becca Maher. Just based on Kiana, I think we're going to see more aggression in this inning.
I would agree with that.
There's a changeup up high. Ball 1.
Becca is very good with being aggressive. She has the second highest hits for Northwest with 37. And right above her is Moses with 39. They're going hand for hand with most hits.
Yeah. She watches the second one for another ball. 2-0. 1 out. There's a line out to center field. Hits the fence. Going to second, and she makes it.
This puts her at 9 doubles
Wow.
this season.
Wow. Jadra Moses up now with runner in scoring position.
And she leads the team in hits with 39.
She swings for strike 1. Watches the second pitch go by. Count is 1-1. Still 1 out. Runner on second. That one's down low. 2-1 now. Watches another one go by. 3-1. Catcher fakes a throw to second. She hits it right in the gap between shortstop and second base. Runners on first and third now with 1 out for Northwest.
Puts Moses at 40 hits for the season.
It's impressive.
Kaylin Wise.
Second baseman Caitlin Weiss up to bat now. She has a runner in scoring position. And only one out. First pitch is low. Ball one.
And she is the third person that has been up to bat the most this season with 102.
There's a changeup, just barely makes it into the strike zone. 1-1 now. One out. Score is still 4-0 Northwest. Fouled out. Back behind the fence. Count is 1-2. Fourth pitch is up high, but she still swings, and Moses steals second. Runners now on second and third with 2 outs.
Third baseman, number 25, Aaron Keeney.
Third baseman Aaron Keeney up now.
Keeney leads Northwest in RBIs with 31.
First pitch is fouled back. 1 strike. Maybe she'll get a couple more right now.
She is 30 for 30 in games played and games started this season.
Wow. Second pitch was low. Count is 1-1. Next one's high. Another ball. Catcher fakes another throw. Counts 2-1. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. It was a changeup, but it was really low, almost in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Another foul ball. Full count now. Hits one out to right field, straight to the right fielder. That's the 3rd out.
For the Bearcats in the bottom of the 4th, 0 runs on 2 hits, 0 errors, and 2 left on base.
Going into the top of the 5th now. Cats are still up 4-0 with 9 hits. Pitt State has 8 hits, but nothing to show for it. No runs.
That inning, Pitt State really started making contact with the ball. Catching up to Northwest in hits so far this game.
Yeah, it looks like Taylor Blackford is coming back out, even with the rough inning she had in the 4th.
I agree, yeah. But if she gets back in that pattern of focusing on just spinning the ball, she excels very well.
Yeah. Little team meeting here before we start the inning.
Leading off the top of the 5th,
Katie Kapowski leading off for Pitt State. Watches the ball go by. 1-0.
She has 6 home runs this season and 11 RBIs.
Wow.
She's batting at .271.
Fouls that one out into a tree. Counts 1-1. Takes a swing at the third pitch straight to Caitlin Weiss, the second baseman, who makes the play at first. 1 out now.
Third baseman, number 20, Emily Clark.
Blackford so far has 30 strikeouts of the season.
Well, she just threw another strike here. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 1 out. There's another one. 0-2. Fouls it back. Counts still 0-2.
This batter has a .237 batting average for the season.
Ball is outside. Counts 1-2. She hits that one right in the gap. Makes it to first.
Makes her hits 20 this season.
First baseman.
Micah Howard up now for Pitt State. Just fouled one back. Count is 0-1. 1 out. Runner on first.
She has 12 RBIs this season. And with a runner on first for Pitt State, she could very well make it 13.
Well, second pitch is at her ankles. Third one, she hit straight to second base. But the infielders couldn't make a play there. There's a lot of dust involved. Pitt State now has runners at first and second with 1 out. McKinney up to bat now. Wanted to swing at that first pitch, but it was a little high. Ball 1. Hits another one to shortstop. Makes the out at third.
Northwest eliminates the leading runner for Pitt State, which is a very good thing.
Yeah.
Now batting designated player number 13, Alicia Lowry.
Pitt State still has runners on first and second, but 2 outs now. Alicia Lowry, the designated hitter, up to bat. Pops one up. Just goes foul. Counts 0-1, 2 outs.
She has started 41 games and played in all 41 of those.
Blackford throws another strike down the middle. Counts 0-2. That one looked a little outside. Ball 1. Another foul ball. Count still 1 and 2.
She has had 140 at-bats so far this season.
Wow, so she's got some experience here.
She leads the team at at-bats.
Wow. It's another foul ball. Another ball thrown by Blackford. 2 and 2 count. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. It's another foul ball. A lot of contact being made here.
And this is the point where the batter is getting into the pitcher's head.
Yeah.
But can the pitcher pull through and be able to get the strikeout?
There's a ball. Full count now.
This next pitch could very well decide who wins the battle.
That's ground ball to Caitlin Weiss, who makes a play at first for the third out.
It's definitely nice to have infielders that can back you up and make those plays.
Yeah. In the middle of the 5th inning, score's still 4-0 since those 4 runs that Northwest had in the 2nd inning. Both teams have 9 hits. Northwest has just been able to pull through on those a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Becca Maher's triple, bringing in 2 runs, really set the difference of this game.
Yeah.
Was able to push Northwest a little further past Pitt State.
Yeah. Abigail Gilson will be first up for Northwest.
The Bearcats in the bottom of the 5th. First baseman, number 23, Abby Gilson.
Abby has the 3rd highest batting average at 380.
That's pretty good.
It's very good.
First pitch is inside and a little high. Ball 1. It's another ball there. 2-0 count for Gilson.
She has 3 home runs this season.
Hits one straight to the third baseman. Gets the throw to first. Out number 1.
You know, Gilson was the runner that Kiana Batterdine, when she hit that double against Mo West,
Right.
Gilson was the runner that
Scored.
slid into home plate to
Yeah.
give him that 1 run.
Number 34, Carly Allen.
Carly Allen up now for Northwest. Watches the first pitch go in for a strike. Another strike there with a changeup. That one just floated right into the
She does
catcher's
have
mitt.
14 strikeouts on her this season.
Next one's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on base. Another ball, 2-2. Fifth pitch is in the dirt, brings it to a full count. She gets hit in the elbow, it looked like. So she advances to first.
Number 16,
Jessica
Jessica Rowie.
Rawi up for Northwest now with a runner on first and 1 out. First pitch is high, ball 1.
Raleigh has appeared in 30 games and started all 30 of those. Batting with a 265 average this season.
It's another ball for Rawi. There's her first strike for this at bat. Count is 2-1. Still 1 out, runner on first. Pops one straight up. Third baseman is there to make the catch. It's 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 5, Sydney Brashear.
Next up is Sydney Brashear. Watches the first one go straight down the middle. That's strike 1. We still have a runner on first with 2 outs. It's a foul ball. 0-2 now.
She is batting an average of 208, appeared in 18 games and started 18 of those.
Another ball in the dirt. Counts 1-2.
So far this season, she has 10 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run.
Swung at one that was up pretty high for another foul ball. Count still 1-2. Swung at one that was low and slow. Makes it to first. Third baseman didn't really have a play. Runners on first and second now for Northwest with 2 outs.
Attention. Now pitch running second base, number 8, Lynn Harris.
Lynn Parrish is pinch hitting, or running, sorry, pinch running.
Now batting for the Bearcats, center fielder,
She's
number
on
3,
second base. Kiana Batterdine up to bat now. First pitch is inside, takes ball 1. Hits one out to left field. Left fielder makes the play. That's the third out to end the 5th inning. Northwest still up 4-0 to the Pitt State Gorillas.